Now that you have learned how to sign in and navigate in Schoology, one of the first things we want to start doing is adding course materials. Before we do that, I'm going to have you join my professional development course. And so if you remember to join a course, you come up to courses and you're going to click join. And as a teacher, I'm given a code for people to join. And that code to join my professional development course is W68 4W NDZW4. So you just type that in and hit join. And then you will be a student in my course. I will use this course to put videos and documents and so forth on different professional development we do as a school district. And so I'll have a folder for Schoology and have items in that. And as we have other things come up throughout the course of the year, I will add additional information to this class. Okay, so now I'd like you to go to one of your courses, one of the courses you have decided that you're going to try to implement Schoology with and willing to work with. So go ahead and pick your course. And for me, I'm going to pick this professional development course. Okay, one of the first things that we will want to do in Schoology is add our material for our students. But first, we need to learn how to work with folders. Folders will help us organize our courses, and the more organized they are, the easier it's going to be for our students to use. Some teachers organize their courses by units. For example, they may do it by sections, chapters. If you're a language art teacher, you might do it by a book. Some teachers may even do it by week. For example, Q3, week 1. You can even set up your folders so students must complete an item before they can go to the next item. And this will be more for a self-paced approach for your students. However you decide to organize your class, it is recommended that you start by creating folders. Folders allow you to set availability dates to materials, student completion rules. You can also color code your folders and apply formatting to your folder description. To create a folder, you're going to click on the Add Materials button at the top of your course, and you will notice the first option is Add a Folder. This is your Create Folder dialog box, and in this box you are able to add your title. You can choose the color of your folder, which is useful for adding levels of visual organization. You can give your folder a description. This is optional, but this may be a good place to outline your objectives. The description displays on the course profile below the folder name. It is a rich text editor, which means you can format by formatting with bold, etc. You can have list and so forth. The section for date, you can give a start date if you want it to appear in the course calendar, and you can give it an end date to remove the folder from the course calendar after the end date passes. You also have some choices on availability. You can make it visible immediately. You can hide it, so if you're working on something that the students will do in the future, it will not appear in their feed. You can also set a date when you want it available. So if you set it for January 10th, it would be available from that date on, or a date range that you want it to be available. So at this time, go ahead and create your first folder. So I'm going to create a folder for Schoology for my professional development class, and you go ahead and pick one that you want to start with. You will notice that I have created 3 folders, and I did change the color folders, the colors of the folders. Once folders are created, you can change the order which they appear just by dragging and dropping. So like if I wanted Power School to be first, I can click and drag it up and switch the order that they appear. Once you have added a folder, you will notice that there is a light green line below the folder. So I have one here and here and here. When you hover over this line, you will see you get the green plus, and if you click anywhere on that line, you can add additional resources. So you can add some more folders or other material. So if I click on this Power School and I add another folder, let's say I want one for Power Teacher Gradebook. When I create that, it is at the same level. Now, if I want the gradebook inside Power School and I didn't create it inside Power School, I can move it two ways. I can actually just drag and drop it, so I can bring it and drop it inside of there. And so now Power Teacher Gradebook is inside Power School. And if I click this caret, it will expand and collapse. And I can also drag folders outside. So it's very easy to navigate and move your folders. Also, you'll notice the gear icon. This gives you some options where you can go in and edit your folders. I could move it this way. So if I want to move it into Power School, I can do it that way if I'm having trouble or don't want to drag and drop. So now that Power Teacher Gradebook is in there. Or if I decide I don't want it, I can delete it. Save to resources is going to save everything, that folder and everything into it, into my personal resources, kind of like my files in eBackpack. And I can actually copy that folder to other courses. So those of you who teach multiple periods of the same course, this is a very nice feature. So it's very easy to create folders, move them, delete them, and edit them. In addition, if you look over to your left pane, you'll see a section called Materials. And if you use that drop down, you will see the different folders that you have created in that course, and you can navigate to those by clicking on those. I can also go back to the landing page of my course up here by clicking on the link, and it will take me to the top level of my course. In addition to these features, you can use student completion rules and individual or group, like assign material to individuals or groups. These two topics will be covered in a later video, but I just want you to know at this time that that is available. So for the course that you are going to use to experiment, go ahead and set up at least one folder, maybe a unit or a chapter. And then in the next video, we're going to be working with material for your class. So make sure that you have created a folder or two before you go to the third tutorial.